Hi, Ken Roberts, President of World City. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Trans-Pacific Partnership and what it means now that President Trump has decided to pull the United States out of those negotiations for that treaty. Okay, a quick review. The Trans-Pacific Partnership was negotiated for about 6 or 7 years. It consisted of 12 nations, accounted for 40% of the world's GDP. The United States was already in a foreign trade agreement, or free trade agreement, with 6 of those nations: Canada, Mexico, Singapore, Australia, Chile, and Peru. It was going to add Japan, Malaysia, Vietnam, New Zealand, and Brunei. With our decision to pull out of that agreement, it opens the door for China in its Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP. That agreement has 16 nations. So with the United States pulling out of TPP, China is going to certainly try to walk in and gain some leverage in that Asian corridor. And of course, that was the whole reason that previous President Obama wanted TPP to serve as a hedge against China in that part of the world. China is the driver of that, obviously, but included there is Japan, Korea, Australia, New Zealand, Eland, and the ASEAN nations. So it's 16 nations instead of the 12 in the TPP. So what does it mean for the U.S. from here? Well, one thing you're hearing discussed is the U.S. will try to engage in more bilateral instead of multilateral trade agreements. And that can work. At this point, that is probably what has to work unless President Trump is using this as some kind of a bargaining chip to get back into the TPP on more favorable terms. But let's assume for the moment he's not doing that. What nations should we be looking to have bilateral trade agreements with? I would like to tell you I can get inside the mind of Donald Trump, but so far I've been unsuccessful in doing that. But if it were me at this point, I'd probably be thinking about Japan. I'd be thinking about India. I'd be thinking about Vietnam. I'd be thinking about Malaysia. Those are the nations that come to mind most quickly. India, because it's such a country with 1 billion plus people. It will soon be the most populous nation on the planet. It's one of the fastest growing U.S. trade partners. Japan, strong relationship, an important player in Asia, obviously. Vietnam, very important, fast-growing trade partner, one of the U.S.'s fastest-growing trade partners, along with India. A key manufacturing hub as well. It's important too, for example, shoe manufacturers as well as Intel for chip manufacturing. Malaysia, same thing. Chip manufacturing, very important for Intel and for some high-tech imports. Great Britain is often mentioned, a key partner as well. But those are the countries I would be looking at for bilateral trade agreements to pursue. Let's see if we do. Thank you for listening.